Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving right into a truly fascinating philosophical essay by Shufeng, titled The Fruit of Excellence, a Philosophical Revelation. What's so cool about this piece is that it starts with something we can all relate to, a simple, everyday sensory observation about a snack. And then it just seamlessly scales up to explore the absolute root causes of societal prosperity. It's this brilliant mental exercise that'll honestly change how you view quality in your day-to-day life, and we're going to unpack the whole thing together.
So the author actually begins this whole journey by describing a very specific, memorable gift, 12 extraordinary peaches sent by a friend from Vancouver. And he paints this incredibly vivid picture, writing, "The color of them were gorgeous. They tasted tender, crisp, and sweet. I had not enjoyed such big and fragrant ones in many decades." You know, we've all had that one piece of fruit that is just so ridiculously good it completely ruins all other fruit for us, right? Well, for the author, this wasn't just a tasty snack. It was the spark that ignited a much larger revelation.
Okay, let's look at the stark contrast this created in his mind. On side A, you've got these magnificent Vancouver gift peaches. Huge, colorful, perfectly crisp, sweet, and fragrant. But then on side B, when he went out and bought average local supermarket peaches hoping to recreate that magic, they totally failed the test. They were undeniably inferior in size, color, and sweetness. I mean, there was just no comparison. The sheer excellence of those gifted peaches essentially established this new, completely undeniable standard of quality in his mind.
Now, this keen eye for quality didn't just stop with a one-off gift of peaches. Think about the number 365 for a second. To make sure his guests are happy, the author actually serves a plate of fruit for breakfast every single day of the year. 365 days. And grapes? Grapes are a mandatory standing item on that menu. He serves local Canadian grapes right alongside imported ones from the US and Mexico. And it was this intense, daily habit of buying and serving grapes that led to his next big realization.
Through all this daily observation, he actually maps out the exact specific criteria for grape excellence. He notices that the absolute best fruit consistently shares these undeniable traits. Number 1, they're noticeably bigger. 2, they are sweeter and more fragrant. 3, they have fewer seeds and less of that bitter skin residue. And 4, naturally, they're more expensive. Basically, when a grape is excellent, it's efficiently delicious, giving you maximum flavor with minimal annoyance. And that right there establishes the baseline for excellence in agriculture.
So here is where it gets really interesting. This is the pivot. The essay shifts from just talking about agriculture to dropping a massive universal revelation. Looking at the peaches and the grapes, the author concludes, the more excellent, the happier. He realizes, wait a minute, this doesn't just apply to food. He argues this is a universal law applying to literally all things, including human lives. The exact same qualities that make a piece of fruit premium are directly analogous to the qualities that make a human life excellent.
Let's look at how this maps onto us as individuals. According to the text, an excellent person perfectly mirrors that premium fruit. They inherently bring way less trouble to the people around them. They're highly reasonable, super flexible, and accommodating. Just like that premium grape gives you more sweetness and fewer annoying seeds, the excellent person gives more of themselves while asking for less in return. They're humble, positive, and optimistic. And these traits don't just make their own lives better, they make them remarkably easy to deal with for everyone else.
And this brilliantly sets up what's basically a two-way street theory of human interaction. The author writes, the more excellent that people are, the better one feels about getting along with them. On the other hand, the better that people can get along with them, the more excellent they are. The ease of getting along with someone is literally the ultimate benchmark for their personal excellence. Think about it. If interacting with you feels like crunching down on a sour, seed-filled grape, you're probably not operating at peak excellence. But if interacting with you is effortless and refreshing, that is true quality.
Taking it a step further, the author moves this concept into the realm of our environments. He notes a simple rule. Perfection creates perfection, but flaws create defects. He argues that only excellent people actually have the capacity to create beautiful environments and beautiful lives. You just can't build a perfect, thriving environment on the back of flawed, troubled interactions. The quality of the creator dictates the quality of the creation. An individual's excellence radiates outward, physically shaping the world around them.
Let's zoom out to the macro level, because this actually builds into an explanation for the rise and fall of entire nations. Why are some regions prosperous and peaceful? Well, the author attributes it directly to the sheer concentration of outstanding people living there.
Conversely, in poor, backward, or turbulent nations, the root cause is a distinct lack of those outstanding individuals. Societal prosperity isn't just a geographic accident or resource lottery. It's fundamentally about having a critical mass of people who embody that premium level of human excellence.
Bringing it all full circle back to that initial sensory metaphor, the text concludes with what we're going to call the fairy peach personality. If someone consistently brings hope, beauty, happiness, and joy to the table, if they excite people and make them ecstatic, then they are exactly like that giant, sweet fairy peach or that perfect grape. They are a premium presence. They elevate the room just by existing in it and interacting beautifully with everyone else.
But of course, we have to look at the flip side. What if a person constantly brings worry, anxiety, troubles, confusion, and pessimism to those around them? The author sets this up as the exact opposite of the premium fruit. These folks are the human equivalent of those bitter, tiny, disappointing supermarket peaches that just leave a bad taste in your mouth. They are the flaws that ultimately create the defects in our shared communities.
This explainer ends exactly where the original essay does, on a brilliant, unresolved ellipsis. Speaking about that pessimistic, troubling person, the author writes, "He or she is, you guessed it." He doesn't even need to say the words. He just turns the mirror completely back onto us, leaving us with a lingering, kind of profound question about our own nature and the impact we have. So looking at the energy you bring to your family, your friends, and your world, I'll leave you with this to ponder today. What kind of fruit are you?